So the sixth paragraph, all about DAOs, decentralized autonomous organizations. What's the goal of a DAO? You already know by now that a decentralized autonomous organization is an automated system of different contracts talking with each other via either a decentralized application or not, but it has no central coordinating party. And therefore it solves the ancient principal-agent relationship. So what's the ancient principal-agent relationship? That's basically, in short, let me explain it by giving you an example. If I want to buy a stock in a company, let me buy a few shares of Heineken, for example. If I buy a few Heineken shares, I'm not sure that the board of directors of Heineken is acting in my best interest. Although they are acting based upon my money and they only represent a board of directors that needs to act in the best interest of the original investors, the shareholders, you would have a system where there is a gap between communications. So the investors don't know for sure whether those that hold their money and act upon it do stuff that's for their best interest. There's also a conflict of interest. So for example, the board of directors want their salary as high as possible, but that would up the costs and reducing the profits of us as investors. Other than, of course, the discussion whether this is a very healthy system for the entire globe, because this always puts the shareholders' interest at first, where there might be actual other values that will be neglected. So for example, if you can create something that costs you €5 but that will pollute the river, or that would cost you €10 but doesn't pollute the river, you might pick the €5 option because the river is not inside your benefit scope and your shareholders needs to be happy, so you might choose the latter. Well, society actually pays for the additional €5 because you are polluting a river. So many new models arise, like multiple value models, donut economies, stuff like that, but that's an entirely different topic on its own. But keep in mind that these are often caused by this system where you segregate the money from, where you focus on a monetary value and segregate the money from hands. So it went from my hand to the board of directors. In this case, the communication problem, I have an intermediary representing me, and they have access to information that I don't have. I, as an investor, have no idea what the revenues are and whether the annual reports are trustworthy. Hence, we ask certified auditors to check upon that, but that's an entirely different topic on its own. Getting back to decentralized autonomous organizations, it's nothing more than smart contracts connecting via each other, so that you don't have intermediaries and that you eventually end up running an automated organization without a hierarchical structure of governance. So it's peer-to-peer, it's automated, and therefore it reduces the transaction cost significantly, resulting, of course, in less costs, less time, and enabling way more opportunities. So if you got lost in the DAO part, just watch this short clip in the further readings, and we will wait for you at the opportunity section.